The second of the hosted platforms that we need to get set up with is Snowflake. And Snowflake is a cloud database provider that is really interesting in the fact that it's built on top of AWS, Azure, or Google Cloud. You can determine that when you set it up. So it's nice because it's cloud agnostic, and it's become a really popular database in the cloud for a lot of companies. So we will get set up with that here. Obviously, we need a place to store our data, and that's what we'll choose. So what we'll do is go to snowflake.com, and we're going to do a free trial. So we'll say start for free. The caveat here is that Snowflake typically does cost money. It's not a free platform, but they offer a free trial. So we'll get set up with that here and use that for our training. And then at the end, just we'll have to remember to get rid of it or cancel it, if I should say. We'll go through here and set this up. I'm just going to do company. Yes. They'll probably email me, so just want to keep that as is. Choose your Snowflake edition. We'll keep this as enterprise. Again, it's going to be a free trial, so we might as well get a good one. And here's where I said it's built on top of these platforms. So you can pick which one you have. So if you're Microsoft Shop, you could do this, etc. We'll do, let's do Azure. Pick one. I'll say Central, and I've read the terms. Sure, get started. Okay. Account setup in progress. And we have received an email. So I'm going to open up my email. There should be an activation email. So it says click to activate, and I've selected that. And I'll bring that over here. It says, all right, welcome to Snowflake. Give yourself a username and password to get started. This is one I already have. So I'm going to keep the username's the same for simplicity here. And I'll call this hello KDS. Password. We'll get started. And now we can sign in to continue here. I've saved this. You can sign in. And it's taking us to the preview app. And what I actually want is the classic console. You could use this if you want. This is kind of where Snowflake's going, but I'm just more used to the original one. So I'm going to do this instead, just for simplicity and comfort, really. Okay, so here we are. We have everything here. We won't go through everything about Snowflake. I think the main thing to remember is it does operate with the idea of a separation of compute and storage. So in Snowflake world, we are going to have our databases and all of our storage over here. And then over here, we have things that are called a warehouse. And when we say warehouse, we're not talking about data. We're talking about computation. So when you hear warehouse, think compute. It's kind of weird, I guess, at first, but that's what that means. And as we use dbt, we're going to configure it to connect to this Snowflake account, read the data in here, build models, and use the storage here as well. And then with roles, we have roles is just like any other provider where you have role-based security. You can assign visibility and permissions, etc. That's about all I'm going to say about that, a little outside the scope of this training. But now at this point, we are all set with Snowflake. Keep this link handy. We're going to need it, especially this part with the number. And we'll move on to the next part.